What's up, guys? We're here with Ziege Games sponsored player Zachary C. Poling. And what did you just do, Zach?
Just top 16, the ARG Indianapolis.
Alright, and what were you playing?
I was playing Spies.
Alright, let's get right into the deck profile.
Alright, so everybody knows Spies at this point. I played going second, so there aren't many traps, but there's a bunch of hand traps and whatnot. I played 3 Agent, 3 Tough, and then one of each of the one-ofs, pretty standard. Gofu, played Max C, and I played 3 Ghost Ogre over Gamma because I didn't want to draw any dead cards in any of my opening hands because you can just lose games like that, and I don't want to draw the driver and like a couple other cards that I can't use because you're already playing a couple cards that you won't be able to use. Just want to minimize it as much as possible. Played 3 Cherries because it dictates the mirror. Like if you're not playing it in the mirror, you're at a severe disadvantage. And 3 Ash. That's all the monsters. For the spells, it's pretty standard. We got the 3 Resort and 3 Terraforming, 2 Foolish Goods, and 1 Assault. I don't think people are playing Double Summon anymore, but I like these a lot better anyway because they're real versatile. They can get you out of weird situations. Yeah, I have a lot of weird hands in this deck, but I didn't want to play 3 because it's like the same thing with the driver. If you're opening more than 1 card that you can't do anything with, you're just reducing your hand size and you can't combo off without a couple of cards. I played 2 cards to help me play through things because I'm going second. And then one I've got 1 for 1, Rhoda, and Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial is insane. I liked it a whole lot. For the traps, I played 2 Rescue and 3 Evenly Matched, and that's 41 cards.
Alright.
And for the extra deck, played 2 Helix. That's all you need. Link Karibo. This card is dope. 2 Proxy Dragons. So I was sitting at 14 cards in my extra deck, and I didn't really have anything else to put in. So I just put in another Proxy Dragon. Looking back on it, I'd probably play, I don't know. Overclock Taker. That looked really good this weekend, but I didn't think about it till after the fact, so rip me. 1 Ib, and then I played the Link Spider and Ningirsu for Gofu. Although this comes up a lot more even without Gofu now because of Link Karibo. 1 Decode Talker, kind of wish I played 2. I've made it a lot. Gaia Saber, never made it. Firewall Dragon. I don't know why this is in Spy extra decks. You never make this card ever. And then 1 Borreload Dragon, which I made once. Xyz, I played Princess Sprite, which I never made, and Baguska, which I made a lot. And the MVP card, I think, is Ancient Fairy Dragon. I made this card like 5 times, and every time it was the absolute nuts. That's the extra deck. For the side, it was heavily magician-oriented. I played 3 Draw Unlocks, 2 Inspector Border. This didn't really do anything. It was for if I played against going first Spies, and then like I would opt to go first against them after a sided game, and then I would just summon it, and the idea was like they'd just have to waste their whole hand getting rid of it, but I never saw it against them, so it didn't matter. Dark Hole Regeki going second against Magicians, Magical Spring against Magicians, Dimensional Barrier against Magicians, and Solemn Strike against Magicians. Going first against Magicians and putting all these trap cards in is insane. It's like you can't lose with all these trap cards in your deck. That is everything, though.
What are your matchups?
Yeah, what's up?
So, seeing as like this deck is losing 5 cards due to the ban list, namely Master Plan, Maxi, Gofu, and 2 Field Spells, would you consider playing more of like a Destrudo engine because you're already playing the Ancient Fairy? I think you could possibly surge your actual field spell off of not just like Terraforming, but also off the Destrudo engine by popping Dragon's Ravine.
Yeah,
would you consider playing like a Destrudo or more of a combo based?
Going forward, I think that's going to be the best build because the issue before with Destrudo is that you made Ancient Fairy Dragon in your extra monster zone, and then you couldn't get rid of it because we didn't have Code Talker, and that like the first iterations of this deck used Code Talker to get rid of it. But now we have Overclock Taker, and you can just use Overclock Taker to get rid of your Ancient Fairy Dragon. So like Destrudo builds are super viable, I think, in this deck.
So one more question. Would you also, like, if you did play this in the future, would you consider playing something like Black Rose, seeing as like you would have, like, I'm guessing, extra space because you could possibly cut Ib because you don't play the Gofu Warrior. I guess you can cut Ningirsu as well. Would you consider playing something like Black Rose that can be like a 1-card nuke pretty much to like eliminate like the pendulum's board, and then like versus like not having to rely on a card like Even Match?
Like I don't want to get into too many like specific cards I would play in the future or whatever, but I probably wouldn't play Black Rose. I'd rather just get myself more cards, and then my more cards would like overwhelm their number of resources. Other than pumping some of my resources into a Black Rose, take care of most of their resources, and then I'm left gimped to make a play, and then they're have a handful for next turn. But that's, I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
That's it.